Hello guys, welcome to your favorite show, Trybal Football Road to AFCON. We made a promise that we're going to give you all of the exclusives behind the scenes. And more importantly, we're here to talk football. And talking football with me on set today is the troublesome man. The guy with excess energy. You see this your hair? Bukota. Modo Victor is right here on set once again. He's not supposed to be here. I don't know why he's here. Modo, what are you doing here? What you did do for you?
I mean, I am here to annoy you as much as possible.
Before you...
Every opportunity we have, everywhere I live for Morocco, every chance I have to annoy you, I will do.
I came with security today, by the way. All right, also on set with us today is my homeboy. Boston Celtic fan. Let me say that.
Let's go!
They chop them. Yeah.
That's this season.
Which guy?
No, we're not talking basketball today.
Yeah, we're talking basketball today.
Leave basketball.
Bro, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Great to be here. Great to be here to talk football with friends. Yeah. Right? Edwin, it's been a minute, right?
I think this is the first time we're on set together.
Yes.
First time.
It's an honor to be on set to take care of. Massive honor.
So I think I've always wanted to come on your show, but never possible, never really happened. I think my schedule, your schedule, plus they invite me.
Trybal has done it.
Trybal has done it. You know what? We'll talk about that. Let's focus on the African Cup of Nations. And guys, I don't know, Offset, myself and Mod, I think you also jumped on the conversation that maybe for the first time in a long while, we have early arrivals to come for a major tournament. You seem to kind of like disagree a bit, Kelvin. Mono, on the other hand, was like, yes.
This is the first
time.
So I don't think this is the first time, right? I might not be able to remember clearly, but I know the big boss, Stephen Keshi, was really strict with arrivals and not, because if you come late under the big boss,
you're
not going.
Guarantee you not go play.
You know go play. You chop bench, and there's every possibility that you just you just
grumble and stuff like that.
You grumble, go out.
So I like it this time around, but I can't really, because so FIFA already gave that window. They said I think was it 15th or a week before the start of the game. 15th. Every player needs to have arrived for their national team, so it's just easy. Ono actually didn't play the game against Besiktas, so I think it was just trying to get on the road. Some of our players, the ones that arrived early, for Uzoho that came in
I think it was the first in camp.
It was the first in camp. That was because he didn't play the game over the weekend. So at Omonia Nicosia, the goalkeepers are rotated. Fabiano plays in the league, while on the continent it is
and cup games.
And cup. No, majorly Europe is Uzoho. So the last game he played was on Thursday. He knew he was not going to play on Saturday or Sunday. What's the point in waiting? Just come around. But Nigerians can always be Nigerians, because the dragging that was the first to arrive camp it was uncalled for.
There was what I saw that they said make coach no go change his mind.
but bro, I like the fact that Uzoho is a good goalkeeper. Yes. We will always talk about.
Say it one more
I
time.
beg you.
We are going to always talk about his confidence, right? Yeah. And if Nigerians don't like you, best believe they do not like you. Yeah. Some players play very well for their clubs. They come to Nigeria. It's like there's something. Not anything wrong with the Super Eagles, but like I say, some things this Super Eagles, they're not going to make you. Because I know some players that are very, very solid, but they got invited to the Super Eagles and they couldn't really replicate it. Someone very, very new to us that we can easily remember is Victor Boniface. Amazing player. The season for Bayer Leverkusen, it was amazing, fantastic. Scored. Not your regular striker, not your Agidi striker. It was good with the ball, fluid, can dribble, front, back. But with the Super Eagles, aside from that game against Saudi Arabia, 13 games, no goal. And a player like OG, definitely, Anthony Wakeme back then, used to be one of the best dribblers. Baba can't play for Super Eagles. One game, he could not.
He never really got a chance, actually.
He never really got a chance. And as good as John Ogu was, a left-footed midfielder, he never really got that chance with the Super Eagles.
To be consistent.
Ogu should ball with Super Eagles. He ball now.
He was consistently cold.
Is he ball?
Consistently called.
Had a couple of games on his belt.
See. Oga, every player that has come into the Super Eagles has always been ahead of Ogu, right? Onazi was ahead of Ogu, Didi was ahead of Ogu. Which other player? Every player that has played that position has always been.
This guy that played for Watford.
Watford.
This Etebo at some point was ahead of him.
They've always been ahead of him, and maybe those. But it's fine. But the fact that Uzoho is here is good. I like the fact that he's here. Sad that Okoye couldn't make it because Okoye would have been number one, and if Okoye, just like you said before we started the show, right? I think we should have even started this show.
Yeah, so
with all the things
let's just go into this conversation.
Yep.
Let me move to Modo because I know say as you never talk your blood on the hot.
And now in our Super Eagles now the real Super Eagles with this.
Modo, it's almost certain that Nwabali will not start the first few games. Probably he comes in the knockout stage. Now there's an asterisk there because you opined that if Uzoho starts and gives an assured performance, there's a possibility that even in the knockout stage, if Nwabali is certified fit, he will not displace Uzoho. I kind of disagree because I think coaches, especially at national team level, tend to trust their number one. So he's going to put all his eggs in one basket, even if Nwabali will give him a 50% assurance that he can man the post.
Okay, so let me first say this, right?
Yeah.
If Maduka being excluded from this national team camp is by any chance, like what's trending, by any chance on his behest, it's terribly advised. Why I'll say it is because Nwabali is coming to Nwabali is coming to camp, just getting off treating an injury on his wrist, and he's technically still injured. So ordinarily, he's not in goal the game against Egypt. Fact, right? That means that if Maduka, for example, let's assume what is trending and Maduka asks to be excused, is actually the truth.
Yeah.
Maduka walked out of an opportunity to keep the game against Egypt, which is the only game before the AFCON, a chance to put in a good performance and show Nigerians and the coaching team that I'm good enough. He walked out on the possible starting the first game for Nigeria because it's still possible that Nwabali might not be 100% fit by that game. So imagine you had 2 games under your belt, Nigeria versus Egypt, Nigeria, and then the first game of the AFCON under your belt with good performances. Yeah. Chances are, even when the number one comes back, coaches would not want to change, mix and match or something because the goalkeeping position is one that they hardly tamper with during a competition, during a qualifier, mostly when the team is together for a long time. An example, they'll be together for like 8 days now before their first game or something. They will hardly change that position. So if this thing that's trending, that he asked to leave or asked to be excluded is actually true, then it was terribly advised. But yes, I expect that between Amas Obasoge and Uzoho, Amas is an amazing goalkeeper, but bear in mind the fact that Uzoho has been number one before losing his place. I expect he will get a nod against Egypt, and he's taller. All these coaches they love tall goalkeepers. If he gets a nod against Egypt and he does very well, he's probably going to be the one in goal for the first game of our AFCON. If he does well, right? Yeah. The coach now has a decision to make. Do I return Nwabali to goal, or do I stick with Uzoho that has done very well? So it is now it's now one or the other. And don't forget, Nwabali has come off 2 to 3 games where he has done crazy blunders that we were just lucky he did not hurt us. You get? Yeah. So the goalkeeping position for the Super Eagles is sincerely up for grabs at this moment.
Well, I think that's for Nigerians, right? It's up for grabs for Nigerians because we feel that Nwabali has not given us that confidence of late, right? In the last number of games. But that's for Nigerians. I don't think that affects Shell. He's the man in training. He's the one who sees these players. So that might not be it for him because, one, you look at how do I want to set my team up? Yes. How do I want to play? Who is this player that wants to give me this? And also remember that Uzoho is just coming back. He knows a few of these players, but he's not been in the team for a long time. The defensive setup he left the last time,
it's that was the same setup.
It's different.
The only difference is Calvin Bassey is playing center, not left back. It's the same setup.
Now hold on. Aside from Ajayi, who was not a starter.
Okay.
He didn't play with he didn't play with Bright Osayi Samuel. He didn't play with Zaidu. He didn't play with Bruno Oyemachi.
He didn't play with Zaidu. If he played with Zaidu, just going to the
I think Zaidu was injured for a while. Zaidu was injured for a while.
Zaidu was injured after the last AFCON.
Going into Côte d'Ivoire, the number one before Côte d'Ivoire, where they invited Nwabali, was Uzoho now. Zaidu was in the team already.
No. So number one then was Okoye. Not Uzoho.
No, Okoye has run away. He ran away since after.
Okay, after the 2019.
Yes,
after the
which of you ran away?
Yeah, that's.
He ran away.
He ran away after that.
Uzoho was number one.
So yeah,
so you have to see almost everybody there now.
No, not almost everybody.
Look at the defense line.
Hold on. I cannot count 3 players and you name one
Calvin
and you feel that.
Semi Ajayi.
He didn't play with.
David
He didn't play with Calvin. I'm not sure he played with
He
Calvin.
played with Calvin
When
now.
did Calvin get into the team?
When did Calvin use the team? Calvin not even the team.
How long? I don't think so.
Calvin was not there
Calvin
when
didn't-
Uzoho was number 1.
So Calvin didn't
was
play.
not there.
Was Calvin in this team 1 year before AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire?
Wait, was Calvin in the team?
I don't think so.
Was Calvin in the team
Was Calvin at the last AFCON?
Yes, now.
Yes, was at last.
Was at the last
Yes,
now.
he was. He
How
was.
done the OG national
He
team?
played qualifier. John.
Wait,
was
was
the qualifier?
He played qualifier.
Wait, was Calvin
Hold
there
on,
when
which
we
qualifier?
lost? Was Calvin there when we lost to Ghana in the World Cup?
No, he
qualifier?
was not.
He was not there.
Calvin was not there.
He was not
I
there.
think that was the. Was that not the last?
He was not there.
I think after that, did Uzoho have a?
That was the last Oyibo wall. William Trus
Ekong and Leon Balogun.
Leon
Balogun, yes.
And that was the last.
So that is the
Oyibo
team
wall.
Uzoho really knows, right?
Uzoho has been number one
If you look at the interview they put out, that the NFF put out on Sunday,
Yeah.
If you listen to it, you hear what he said. He said, "Oh, he still keeps up with the team, but a lot of new players are in the team that he does not even know." You understand? Like some of them were probably because before then, as young as Uzoho got into the national team very, very young. I think at 19.
Yeah.
For the 20, it was our first choice at the 2018 World Cup. So after that, things went down for him. And some of these players that are now here, that are mainstay players, were not the players that he played with. Including, he didn't play so much. I'm not sure he even played a lot of football with Osimhen because Osimhen was just really coming into the team when he was, he played more. See, he played more with from 2018 when the Osimhen get into the team. Osimhen was not our starter 2019.
Yeah, he was on the
Osimhen
bench.
didn't play a minute at the 2019 AFCON.
He played the
Third place game that they pulled fake injury for him.
And the one where Igalo formed injury
Fake injury for him just to play.
One, yes.
So aside from that, he's always been, but it's not. I think it's good, right? But I don't think he will struggle with the recent form that we've seen from Uzoho. I expect he's going to do well. The last 2 Champions League games, the last 2 Europa Conference League games, I followed it. Those 2 games, he kept clean sheets. And aside from the clean sheets, you look at the numbers of saves that he had. Not even the number of saves, right?
The quality of the saves.
The quality of the saves and the fact that most of those saves were inside the box, not all this outside shot. And of course, you being a Manchester United fan, I know you remember what he did to Faves back then. Almost ruined their career and tore their shirts. But it is what it is. The fact that we have good goalkeepers, right? And anybody can upset the number 1 is really, really important. But I feel that if Okoye had come in and he kept well, the coach will still understand that, okay, Nwabali is just coming back and he's not 100%, right? Because if we listen to what the coach said at Chipa, he was not even sure he was going to make it because he had said that I'm not sure this guy will make it. But see, and some of these things get to hurt us, right? We remember the last time, and the last time it was later we're now laughing that Ola, that boy pass it like that because Ola was injured. A lot of our players were injured. So sometimes when you're injured, why not just get treated and all? We've seen good examples. Someone like Frank Ribery didn't go for the World Cup because he was injured, and he didn't want to play with pain. So sometimes.
But guys. Is there a possibility, just a possibility, that Okoye was told that whatever happens, regardless of Nwabali's injury, Uzoho will be next in line? Is there a possibility?
Okoye?
Is there a possibility?
No.
You know what I'm saying this? You know what I'm saying this?
Uzoho is a direct replacement for Maduka.
Wait now, relax. You know why I'm saying this? Because I don't think Maduka Okoye will be aware that Nwabali will not start the competition and he will still opt out. I don't think he will be aware that, okay, you are next in line, this guy will not start the group stage possibly and he will opt out.
Okay,
I'm saying there's a possibility that he was told that in the hierarchy, he's going to be second to Uzoho. He's going to play behind Uzoho. He's going to be the third choice.
Does not come.
Yes, that Uzoho will start and he's going to...
Do you understand what he's saying?
You don't understand what I'm saying?
Sorry, just to be clear, so what you're saying is that the first
Okoye is third choice.
First choice is Nwabali.
Yes.
So in other words, Amas Obasoge was not in the list at all. It was Amaduka.
That's what I feel.
I can tell you for free. First choice, Mwabali. Second person on that list, Maduka. Third person on the list, Amas. Uzoho came in because whatever happened to Maduka. That's why Uzoho came in.
And you know, Uzoho also knows the team. He's been in the team for a long time, so he's experienced.
He's the immediate next person.
He's played top flight football, so he's just the next person.
All right, guys, moving on. I'm happy you brought up Victor Osimhen because he's next on our agenda list. Now, not agenda.
Is it Puja's kind of agenda?
Not Puja's agenda.
No tackle agenda. Oh my God.
For Victor Osimhen, when we talk about Nigeria's best striker or greatest striker of all time, we always have fond memories of a certain Rashidi Yekini. 37 goals in about 57 games for the national team.
Yeah.
But if you look at his exploits outside of Victoria Setúbal, his career, I think, pales in comparison with Victor Osimhen, what Osimhen has achieved so far with Napoli and Galatasaray. The goals he scored, the titles he's won, and blah, blah, blah. But when we narrow it down to the national team, the standard is Rashidi Yekini because he's not just the all-time top scorer for us, he's also won us the African Cup of Nations. He did that in 1994. Kelvin, do you think 2025 is the year Victor Osimhen cements, not 2025 because the competition was
it's still
2026.
more.
Do you think 2025 AFCON is the tournament where Victor Osimhen cements his place as Nigeria's greatest striker? I know he's going to be our all-time top scorer. That's not going to be in doubt. But do you think this is a tournament where he said, hey, you know what, Nigerians, I respect Rashidi Yekini, but I am this country's greatest ever striker?
So I think it's going to be very difficult for a player to unseat Rashidi Yekini as our greatest striker, because even if you outscore him, Osimhen might outscore, how many goals does he have now? He might outscore Rashidi Yekini in a calendar year.
31 goals in 45.
You understand? In a calendar year, but that won't make him our best striker ever.
Would the AFCON make him?
No, even with the AFCON. Because for you to beat Rashidi Yekini, then you must outperform Rashidi Yekini across all fronts. Rashidi Yekini was AFCON top scorer in 1992, was AFCON top scorer in 1994, won us the AFCON in 1994, took us to the World Cup in 1994.
Angu.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, and all those things, like my friend will always say, he just dropped it on the table like, come and take. Has Victor Osimhen been able to do that for us? No. Did he take us to the World Cup in... No, he was not our main striker, but at least he was close to being our main striker. He started the game against Ghana, right?
He did.
So he didn't take us to the
World Cup. He
World
scored 2 goals, flag for offside. 2 or 1 goal, flag for offside by VAR.
You understand? So
that's the one time I hated that.
So the things that we needed the most, he didn't give to us. He's not giving us the AFCON. He's not taking us to the World Cup twice. Rashidi Yekini took us to the AFCON in AFCON top scorer 92, top scorer 94. Gave us the AFCON, took us to the World Cup easily. Scored our first goal at the World Cup easy. He was our go-to man.
Is this a case of nostalgia?
No, it's not a case of nostalgia. It's just like saying, I'm going to give you a good example. Because for you to do those things, if you achieve what you've achieved for Napoli, for Galatasaray, that's, bro. I'm not saying that's in your pocket, but honestly, that's in your pocket. But for Nigeria, Osimhen might most likely go down as one of Galatasaray's greatest player. I think right now he ranks top 5 in Napoli's top 5 best players of all time, because aside Maradona, and this was the prayer I was praying for Osimhen, because when Osimhen came in the first year and we were trying to get that trophy, I think I wanted them to get it, but I feel that a lot of people are going to take his praise. People like maybe their former captain, Insigne, all of those players that have been there, all of those even Dries Mertens, all of those guys. It was when they left, then it came out. And last they still gave it to Quara, right? But we know who gave them that. He had the highest number of goals, he scored the highest number. So he's one of their greatest players, right? That's for club. For Gala, the way he came, he's the biggest player that has ever played in Turkey right now. In terms of how much they got him, in terms of at the age that he came to
Turkey. Paparazzi, the media.
At the age that he came. Some talks, right? Some Probably some guys like Suka that are like real talks, right? You can say, oh, this is the great. But for a player that came in his prime, definitely Osimhen, right?
Yeah.
But for Nigeria, you need to achieve for Nigeria. But has it done that? No. Even Trust Ekong has achieved more than Osimhen for Super Eagles. And this is not baiting, right? This is the fact that Trust Ekong was the best player at an AFCON where Osimhen played every game. Osimhen scored 1 goal at that AFCON. We could see his hustle. The hustle is there 100%.
Yeah. No,
there's no tackling agenda.
You get your time.
See, get your time. No. You can put the facts on the table, though.
Yeah.
No, you can put the facts on the table. Has he scored? How many goals has he scored at the AFCON? How many goals? He might score the number of goals, or the last, he still never scored Richard Taka for AFCON. He never scored Richard Demide for AFCON. Until you give us that, you only have numbers, my guy. You are just like Giroud in France. And Giroud, get more goals past Henry. You understand? Get more goals past Trezeguet. But who great? But is Giroud greater than them? Even though he won the World Cup.
But Kevin, I don't know. Modo, it feels like
Osimhen is great. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats.
It feels like you already have a cap, a ceiling where you think Osimhen can get to and cannot pass.
So I'm not saying cannot pass.
No. You're already saying,
has he gotten to that place yet? He hasn't.
That's why I asked the question, Modo. If he wins the African Cup of Nations, possibly emerges as top scorer. He's already won the CAF Player of the Year, right? If he adds both titles to his CV, how closer is he to Rashidi Yekini? Or maybe, in your opinion, you think he would have surpassed Rashidi Yekini?
Okay, so let me first clarify this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, solid points that Kelvin put out as regards.
I know. Thank you very much.
Rashidi Yekini and his greatness, and what he has gotten for Nigeria and everything. Very, very solid points that he puts forward. However, we cannot say we are going to totally ignore the hard work and the records and the goals that Osimhen gets for us just because he did not deliver an AFCON gold or an AFCON trophy, for example.
Yeah.
Let us be clear. Osimhen's first AFCON was the one in Côte d'Ivoire, right? He went to 2019 as what Rock called, "You are the future of the Super Eagles. Come and be with the team understudy." Bro, I was with players, John Ogudem, in AFCON 2019, and they were like, "We don't know why Ron no they play this guy. Say if he come out Igalo, make it put to Osimhen, and now he was enter immediately." But he had a watching brief at the AFCON and got only 45 minutes. He missed the one for 2022 with the nasty face injury.
Yeah.
Right. His first AFCON was Côte d'Ivoire, and he has one goal, and 3 assists. Right. Let's not even mention qualifiers. AFCON qualifier, he has 17 goals and 8 assists for Nigeria. Right. We cannot say that. So if we go for this AFCON, for example, right, and Osimhen scores goals, but we don't win the trophy, we can't say that he's not up there as one of our greats because he did not deliver a goal.
No. I'm not saying one of our greats. So the question was greatest striker.
Greatest.
Okay, so
maybe when you understand the question,
so we cannot say that he does not qualify to be. Okay, so let's say he finishes his career now with 72 goals for Nigeria, and for example, closest person is a mile away, right? But we say he's not the greatest striker because he did not deliver an AFCON goal or never played at the World Cup. No.
So Modo, I think you need to understand. Do we want to go by numbers or what we know?
Walk with me, right? Good. You want to. So you're asking not just the goals you scored, but how important those goals were.
Yeah.
Right. Now let us even look at this particular AFCON series. No, this is a World Cup qualifier series. The last World Cup qualifier series, he was there and in the thick of it up to the game against Ghana, where he scored, I think, 1 or 2 goals that was allowed by VAR.
But he didn't score.
But those were not. Modo, hold on.
Okay, wait.
Do you know? Hold on. I like what you're saying because for national team. So what I just did was just go to Wikipedia, check individual awards for Rashidi Yekini, right? African Cup of Nations Best Player 1994.
Okay.
That's MVP.
Okay.
That's why I said even to Ekong. So when you check that, so these are the things that he has not checked.
If Osimhen was a penalty taker,
hold on,
at the last AFCON, he could be that 9 will give that MVP.
But we know say Osimhen. See, Osimhen will be say even then he was playing for Napoli. I know they want me to play penalty because they throw away penalty.
They play penalty for
so these are the things. Individual awards, right? African Cup of Nations Best Player 94.
Yeah.
African Cup of Nations top scorer, 92-94. I said that before.
Yeah.
African Cup of Nations team of the tournament, 92-94.
Nigeria.
No.
Okay,
The team of the
Yeah,
tournament.
team of the tournament.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That was Ekong was the one in that list last time out. And CAF Golden. Okay, let's not just add that one. So these are the things that Osimhen has not. No. The CAF Golden Jubilee Best Player poll. It was given the number one. So we don't even want to. So when you talk about ceiling or a particular cap or something, I don't really want. I'm just saying break these things. I've not even talked about the World Cup, but can you break all these things?
So
hold on for Nigeria, also individual. African Cup of Nations for Rashidi Yekini. You can start googling Osimhen so we can see. For Nigeria, African Cup of Nations, 1994, he won it.
Yeah.
Runners up, it was very, very unlucky. It would have been crazy to even touch him.
Okay.
1984, runner up in 84, in 1988, in 1990, and third place in 1992. Can you see?
Okay.
Let's just leave all those ones. What team of the year? Bro was even in what team of the year in 1996. So I don't want to check. I know it was close to one Ballon d'Or at the point, I think. I don't know the number I finished.
So here's how I tend to break it down. We'll have this greatest conversation.
Yeah.
I tend to break it into the
categories
best and the greatest. Now, there's a difference, in my opinion, this is my own definition.
There's
a difference between best and greatest. Best is your talent and how you were able to use that talent to produce results on the field. Okay. Now, greatest is best plus achievement.
Okay.
Do you get? I think Osimhen will go down as Nigeria's best striker ever. But the debate now is greatest. Now, this is where I align with Kevin.
And that's where you want the award.
I think he needs to win at least win the African Cup of Nations to be
in that
greatest conversation.
And play at the World Cup too.
I'm not saying
that's going to be important because that's going to hurt him. I think personally that's really going to be painful for him because I know how players like Ryan Giggs, for all of their greatness. See, if it was just,
the World Cup.
if it was just to go in as an injured player, you know what it felt like for a player like Aguero that got injured because of his heart condition. When they won the World Cup in 2022, and you
felt the pain.
It was there, and they celebrated him as if he was there because ordinarily, if not for that, he would have been a part of that team. You understand? So it's just for you to be there. Just be there, and that would make a lot of sense for him personally. If he go there, we will see no pass first round though. But that he got there.
No, wait till you Google.
He got there.
I'm not even checking.
You don't need to check.
No, if I was in your words for Nigeria plenty now up natural thing. But what Kevin is saying is that it's not even a best discussion. He says that his legacy will not be complete unless he can correctly deliver. And
I think I agree.
No,
I agree with you.
I totally get his point of view because we have a very interesting crop of players. We have a very good crop. I mean, the immediate past African Player of the Year is Nigerian, is in this team. The one before him, Osimhen, is in this team. AFCON best player, last AFCON just retired. You understand? And we have players that are playing at the top of their game. You understand? So yes, even as a team, they are going to kick themselves in the head if at the end of a certain period, just like the Belgian team, they do not win trophies and medals that they can hold on to. We don't even need to kick the players over it. Then go use their hand, kick themselves. Of course. I totally get where Kevin is coming from.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Plus, I also wanted to add that. See, Osimhen is one of the greatest players we have in this country, and we should be proud of having a player like Osimhen. They are a once-in-a-lifetime kind of players, but I just wish he can deliver for us, just like a country like Poland that has 0 players but Robert Lewandowski.
When you say you want him to deliver, I think sometimes it's unfair. It's unfair on strikers. It's unfair on strikers. You know
because
why?
He delivers.
You know what? Yes.
He don't deliver.
So when he scores, imagine you score 2-3 goals in a game and you end up losing.
Nigeria Zimbabwe. He left at 1-0.
Is it the fault of the player?
5 minutes later, 1-1. He won't die.
Oh, hold on.
If it's not scoring, it's a different conversation.
I'm going to take you back to one interview that our beloved Calvin Bassey gave at the point when they said, "Oh, you guys are not scoring," and I was like, "No, I'm just a defender. I'm doing my job. Talk to the strikers."
Yeah.
But they don't do their job now.
Yeah, but it is what it is, right?
Sorry, back to that interview. Kabibasi, I'm doing my job. Osimhen and strikers Via and Frank Oyeka delivered 1-0 against DR Congo. Next thing, they don't equalize.
So the thing, this interview I'm talking about is not recent.
No, I know.
It's not. But another thing you also need to understand is that for the, I don't want us to overdwell on this Rashidi Yekini, but it's a very, very important one. So that, because the next generation, we need to tell them, right? So I am not sure that the previous generation said so much about Pele, and that was how it was easy for us to be able to, not, let me use, for lack of better word, kind of like, not really push them out and put the because we didn't see them. So the job is on us to tell people how good. I didn't really watch Rashidi Yekini. Right? Not like I did not watch.
My job
but I saw and you understand. And back then, you look at the team he was playing in. Very, very good players, right? And all these players were solid players as well. And they were all scoring too. There was the Finidi, there was the Amunike, Amokachi, and the rest of them. And you get. So that it was difficult. And for a player back then to score 37 goals in 62 games, bro, I think it's a good number. For that period, though. For that period.
Yeah. All right. Can we just put the Super Eagles in the back burner for now? Because we're not playing against ourselves at the AFCON. We are facing, or most likely going to face, heavyweights like Morocco, Senegal. Should I put Egypt?
No, don't put Egypt.
Put Egypt.
Let me put Egypt for because of Salah. This is
Even
probably
Salah,
his one song.
all of them.
His one song at the African Cup of Nations. Then you have Algeria, always by the side, one of those teams that will ruffle your feather and stuff like that. If we have a realistic chance, or we are to have a realistic chance of winning the African Cup of Nations.
Okay.
Let me start with Modu. Modu, can you give us that team that will stop us from winning the AFCON? Let's say in the final. This team, if we face them in the final, they will stop us from winning the AFCON.
You are talking about final.
I'm just saying.
No,
it's all hypothetical.
It's just hypothetical.
Do you get? Okay, so this AFCON, no, we don't reach final. But if we face this team, we go lose. Who be that team?
We don't reach final.
Yes.
But if we face this team, we will lose.
Yes.
I mean, you mentioned a couple of teams that are very, very good. There's Senegal, you mentioned Egypt, Morocco. I don't even pick.
Make I put South Africa.
Maybe we'll just put the Egypt there.
Make I put South Africa.
Please, put DR Congo there. Put DR Congo too, because they totally outplayed us for about 105 minutes.
From your pool of teams, which team do you think is most likely to stop us? Like if we face them,
likely to stop us.
Yeah.
If we face them.
Yeah.
After so we qualify from group stages.
It's just saying,
like I said,
which team will beat us?
Let
me answer the question.
I shall not play Morocco.
I
shall not play Morocco for final.
So,
if we get there, I don't play Morocco.
So this is what I think.
And I don't play DR Congo. Yes, I don't play two of them.
So this is what I think, right? I don't believe any team can stop us if we are at 100%.
Really?
Yes. On a day when we are playing, because if you look at it honestly, in all honesty,
we match every team.
If you look at all of the teams, number one, I don't know, I've not checked right now. I've not checked right now, but if you look at the teams in terms of what we are higher than everyone.
I don't agree. I think
hold on.
Person for person,
so
we match
Senegal.
No.
And Morocco.
Wait. Can we start?
Who the Morocco team?
We should start now.
You want start? Start now.
No, we can actually start.
But we match every team, person for person,
in terms of,
and we exceed it.
Because aside Sa is a good player, but it's just a good player. You understand?
Bro, you are saying it's just a good player. Chukwueze better than Sa.
Bro, I think
Chukwueze his form is 3 games. His form is 3 games.
Going to this AFCON.
Yeah, it's 3 games.
Bro, Nigeria's roster.
We don't talk like same
anything.
Any country at this AFCON.
I feel maybe because
I didn't come prepared for this.
But we have a better roster than anybody else.
I will come prepared next time.
Edwin.
A team that has African best player and
Edwin, so this is what I feel, right?
Okay.
We might be our own problem. The only position that I think any other team is probably better than us is that midfield. And that's the key part, right? But if we look at, like I always tell people anytime I'm watching the Super Eagles, If the day that Alex Iwobi comes to the party, it's over for the next team.
Fact.
The day he comes to the party, it's over.
But we don't know how often is that.
But we don't.
Now the fact that you don't know the day. The fact that you don't know the day means it's something we see sporadic.
Okay, so aside from the fact that Ola Aina is missing, Ola Aina is legit one of the best defenders. At least for last season that we saw, was one of the best defenders in the Prem.
Arguably the best in the Premier League
last season. And it was also very, very. See, if Ola Aina is playing,
of course now.
But Ola Aina is not here right now.
Yeah.
Then Calvin Bassey was Fulham's best player last season.
Yes.
A defender, better than all of their players, including their strikers, right? Our goalkeeper is the captain at Chippa United. I'm not saying he's the best, but this is the goalkeeper that's Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, and at the point was supposed to go to Europe.
Yeah, fact.
I'm not saying Bono is not better. Bono is definitely better. But on his day, he can match Bono, bro.
I don't even think Bono is better.
Bono has exposure. Let's leave that one. Let's leave that one. Bono
better.
don't face shot. So Bono is just like your Vincent.
They face shot.
He face shot, but he face South African shots. But Bono has faced. Bono played in the La Liga for a very long time.
Yeah.
And you know, remember when Kemeni was playing in the La Liga?
Yeah.
Anytime he comes to the AFCON, it's just like catching everybody's ball.
Yeah.
Maybe until those goals you can't catch, enter. So that's just the case. But if you look at our defense line as well, I don't think Ajayi is terrible, though he plays in the Championship. Yep. But he's a starter for Hull City every game. I'm sure every other team has that. Ndidi. His assistant, let's not brag too much. His assistant captain at Besiktas. He just moved to.
On Ndidi's day, he's the best DM on his day.
Let's not brag. What I mean is, on a day that we are 100% and Morocco is 100%, we are beating them hands down.
Fact.
We're beating them hands down.
Fact.
Okay, so
bro, you have Osimhen.
We didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Sorry, we need to pray that.
Don't do that.
I didn't qualify for the World Cup. I don't understand.
We need to pray that well. We need to pray that we have Osimhen. That's the way we say it. We need to pray that we have Osimhen.
The major problem, we need to break ourselves off the shackle of our over-dependence on Osimhen. But we can't do that right now. But I think we can do that. But
we can solve it.
So Edwin, so this is why I think we will be able to play better, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be the first time that Eric Shell is going to have these boys for over 1 week without, aside from the game against Egypt, playing a match. Yeah. Every day intense training. Every day is psychology in. So he's going to try and see if he can unpack what they are bringing from their clubs, especially those Fulham boys. He's going to see if he can unpack it and put it together. So this is going to be the first time, and you know the way competition is.
Yeah.
You can start. You can build after the first game.
It's just 7 games.
After our game against Tanzania on the 23rd. The next game is on the 27th.
Yep.
Right, 23rd to count the number of days.
That's Tunisia, I think.
So aside from 4 days, so that's almost a week, almost 10, 11 days of having these boys together. Unlike the normal, they just come in. Some of them will come in a day or 2 days to the game. Yep. We've seen players come in a day to the game now, and they play and they keep it moving. And after that one game, you travel. You have 1 day. Is it 1 day you cover the Super Eagles every time? Is it 1 day or 2 days, right? Yeah. So you have that next day, the next day that you travel, then 1 day. Then the game. That's not enough time to put them together. And the moment they are done, they are off. But this time around, bro, in between one game, you have about 9-10 days of putting them together every day of training.
Before that,
right? So I think if they can take in what Eric Shell has, because we saw the Mali team, though they lost at the quarterfinals at the last time, but we saw the cohesion and the way they were playing. And if Eric Shell can bring out the best of our players, understand that, okay, some players, they need the ball at their feet. Some players, they need the ball while running. Yeah. So if we get that going. And another thing we also need to learn how to do is roots. Hold the square, play ball up.
Yeah.
Osimhen is the next biggest jumper after Cristiano.
Football for all. We need to learn. I'll say this again. We need to learn how to use our players. When he does complain about our dependence on Osimhen, I've said it before, I've said it on the last show, we need to learn how to play without Osimhen. And the only way to play without Osimhen is to get our midfield right. The reason we don't see our midfield deficiency and the spaces in between them when Osimhen is on the field, because he does that forward press that never stops. We need to, this campaign in Egypt and the campaign in Morocco, the target for Eric Shell is meant to be to get the right midfield combination to work for us, and also to instruct the players, particularly the wingers, to play to the strength of the number 9. If for any reason Osimhen is off the pitch for any reason, don't go and play Paul Onuachu and expect to give him put a long ball into space, let him run and let him run up and down and try to get to it. No, you get the ball out wide, you locate where Paul is in the box, you cross it in, he attacks it.
So
we have to know.
Like saying PlayStation.
No, see, we have to know how.
I think that's.
Or we have now to play. Okay, for example, now you cannot have Paul Onuachu on the pitch, and your preferred way of feeding him is tiki-taka from 10
play to his feet and stuff like that.
Do you think Onuachu struggled in England because he does not know how to play?
No,
they didn't play to how he knows.
And a few times they did.
Yeah,
he scored.
Because Southampton was doing that their nonsense, intricate. Winger go collect ball out where I want to dribble the wall. The entire time when you can bomb the shit in. Look at the goal Tolu just scored. Basically, it was a cross that you can even call a goal. But in the direction of the box, in the air, Onuachu, Tolu, they are a threat.
They are
see the goal he just scored, right? You understand?
That's what he scored it during the qualifiers, and I was like, okay, this guy is good with one-on-ones.
The number 10 understands. Look at the number 10 for Sevilla. Ball got to him once and just jump it into space.
Straight.
You get Osimhen can pursue that, Akko Adams can pursue that and get that. But you need to know who your midfielders and wingers need to know the striker they are playing with at that time and feed them, because no number 9 will play well in this national team until the team can play to the person there and not play the way they play when Osimhen is there.
And another thing is, the next prayer that I want to pray fervently going into this AFCON is that make Osimhen. I'm not saying, but if the number of misses can reduce, you understand? If the number of misses can reduce, I'm not saying it's hard work, but he should also try and ensure that he needs to be fit. He knows he should be fit because Shell just got a taste of what those other people suffered for one half, and those guys went through it for 2 games and they didn't win. So you won half and you could not win. So you need to understand the importance of that guy. Sometimes tell him to calm down.
Calm down.
Like okay. Calm down.
I know you can't. I have watched him play monkey post. He has played the monkey post inside Magodo. He plays monkey post the same way he plays for Galatasaray.
But I think I like this point that you raised, because I think at some point you need to know how to manage your energy, conserve yourself for the final burst. Because once you run yourself ragged from the blast of the whistle, the point where you need to capitalize on defenders being tired and fatigued, you're also worn out, you're weary and stuff like that. So if you can manage his, and that's what the experienced strikers do.
And that's what I'm talking about, the fact that, if he gets to score, if he's going to be very, very clinical, then with Osimhen, we go down win first 15-20 minutes, the game is already over. And if the game is over, 15 minutes, if the game is, like for example, against Tanzania, I'm not saying there are minnows in football, but against TZ, I know I have friends in TZ, right? But against TZ, we already give them maybe like 4-0, need 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Him off. 2 goals.
Go out.
Take him off.
Go and be coaching from the bench. You understand? So Osimhen is someone that can score, that should be able to, and that's what I always tell you that the reason why I like Osimhen, people don't really look at Osimhen, is that Osimhen is that player that gives you 1 goal per game. And you look at the ratio at which he scores. If Osimhen was scoring like Haaland, scoring 2-3 goals, 4 goals in a game, Baba will be finishing with 50-something goals in a season. But it's just that 1 goal scorer.
That efficiency.
You understand? So if he gives us that at the AFCON, bro, he's going to score 10 goals at the AFCON.
10 at the AFCON.
I said.
There's a caveat.
If he cuts down on the, misses, if it's SG, right? How do they calculate that?
XG. Expected goals,
If his expected goals actually goes to expected goals. Or maybe 70% of his expected goals. Bro, that guy is going to be banging in 11, 12 goals.
Fact.
I'm telling you the fact. But if his SG is maybe this and you understand, he underperforms, then maybe it will be low. But if he does that, bro, let's just forget it.
All right, guys, we can go on and on and on and on and on, but we just have to keep some conversations in ice, because we are here from now to the end of the African Cup of Nations and even beyond.
Fact.
First, I can't wait to see this guy off my set. He knows
You know what?
himself.
I go soon travel.
Yeah, I can't
No
wait to see
worry,
him.
I go
And they
soon
travel too.
Next Sunday, I go travel. Kevin go travel. All of us go travel.
All right,
No
so
worry.
guys, you're going to get exclusive live from Morocco. Like Modo said, he's going to be giving you all those shots. The interviews, you're going to see them live. Kevin himself, we go, you know, say for your side, we go drag himself. So just follow us, subscribe, like, and spread the gospel of tribal football. Guys, we're leaving with this question. You guys must answer. Who will win the top scorer at the AFCON?
Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen, top scorer at the AFCON.
This is even if we don't win it.
Even if we don't win.
Even if we don't win the AFCON.
Even if we
Baba
don't
they
win.
come back with
The top scorer at this AFCON will be
top
Victor
scorer at the
Osimhen.
AFCON.
I can even predict goals, at least 7 goals. This AFCON, at least 7 goals from
In case you want to answer it, so you can answer it. But me, I've told you my own. And
least
it's not. This is
7
not
goals.
just patriotism. I'm looking
Yeah.
at form coming into
Yeah.
the AFCON.
At least 7
So the
goals.
beautiful thing is, I'm more like the presenter, and I ask the
Oh, the
questions.
answer, I know why people
I
support
ask the
you.
questions.
Don't be violent.
Yeah, I think I'm torn between Victor Osimhen and Enesri
Oh, nice.
of Morocco. Yeah, whoever goes farthest will win it. That's what I would say. Why they look me like say?
You never see players they come up for second round still win this thing.
That guy did not score 2 goals. And if he not get 2 goals for this AFCON.
So as not to leave this studio with a black eye, Victor Osimhen will win the Golden Boots at the 2025 African Cup of Nations.
Bam. Finish.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Have fun.